Do you know where we are?
But I think I saw this tree 5 minutes ago, or maybe this one.
Yeah.
I think we should go left or right.
I'm not really sure.
Do you think we are lost?
Maybe. You know what? Let's just go straight. Yeah, straight.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So, yeah.
Okay, I trust you. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait. No, this way.
Okay.
Hey guys, how's it going? Today we have a really special video. I'm actually with my friend Marcus Majar.
Hello.
Here in Brussels, and we were really interested in making a video showing you guys how, even though Brussels is a really big city, we actually have nature that is right next door, and it's not just a small gradual transition. You literally walk 2 steps and you're in nature, and not just a little bit of nature, real nature, right?
Yes, indeed. With lakes, trees, everything. You have the package all in.
So I guess let's go, right?
Yeah.
Yep. In order to show the difference between city life and nature in Brussels, we started our adventure in Auderghem, which is one of 19 municipalities of the city of Brussels, and decided to go to a park called Rouge-Cloître. In English, the park's name translates to Red Cloister. What's amazing about this park is that it's located in a dense city area, yet a simple 2-minute walk can make one transition from city life to complete nature. Walking through nature, we found some pretty cool artifacts, and as you were saying, Marcus, this was actually a bridge that you were able to go on.
Yeah. But a tree fell on the bridge, and so it's broken since I would say more than a year.
Yeah, actually, I mean, honestly, like I was telling you off camera, it kind of reminds me of maybe the movie It, and also maybe combined with Resident Evil. But yeah, it's gorgeous to be able to find structures like this, even though, yeah, it's kind of sad that they didn't fix it. It's still there, and it does look awesome. This area on the edge of the forest, surrounded by lakes through which the Rouge-Cloître stream passes, has been called the Red Cloister estate from the 16th century until present day. It was used for hunting in the 16th and 17th century, and today is popular with nature lovers and ramblers. Okay, Marcus, I got a question for you. So you told me this was supposed to be a vlog about nature and how it's close to the city, but looking at this stuff behind me, it kind of reminds me of the movie Halloween. So what's up with that? This looks like horror. I'm scared. I don't know what to say. Like, seriously.
Yes. Well, first of all, I'm here to protect you. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest point.
Okay.
Second point, it's winter, and yeah.
Okay. So what did we learn from that? Well, Brussels looks like a horror movie during winter. So don't come here during winter. No, I'm kidding. It's still beautiful. While walking through the park, there's an interesting wall that looks very historic, and according to some historical facts, the walls of the original hermitage were coated in crushed tiles, which produced a characteristic red color. This was the origin for the name of the park, Red Cloister, and continued to be used after the foundation became a priory. Walking through nature, it's not just nature. We actually came across this really interesting structure behind us that looks like a castle, but you know more about it, right?
Yes, in fact it's the entry of the Rouge-Cloître, so the Red Cloister. And it's a place with animals, with horses, with exhibitions. There are art workshop, a lot of things, and it's a pretty old structure from, I don't know, 1700 or something. Yeah. Very old.
Okay, and you see, 1700s. That's another thing about Europe that I love compared to America. I do love America, but there's all this history and all these buildings are so old. So I guess I'm pretty excited to go there.
Yeah, let's go.
Yep. On an interesting note, cloister means a covered walk in a convent, monastery, college, or cathedral, typically with a wall on one side and an arcade inside of a square or rectangular space or courtyard enclosed by buildings. Now this is kind of cool. A little birdhouse, a tree. Honestly, just being here kind of feels almost like I'm in a video game, kind of like Animal Crossing or one of those Zelda games, and I'm on an RPG looking for the people and trying to knock at people's houses. I promise, I'm not going to knock at people's houses, but it is kind of cool with the snow and all that stuff. I guess I got kind of lucky coming here today. Inside the Red Cloister, there used to be a priory, which was a monastery of men or women under religious vows that were headed by a monastery superior. In the old days, this lake surrounding the park was actually used for fishing and was a huge source for food. Now it is a 26-acre nature reserve surrounding the former monastery with its 5 ponds and marshes. Continuing our tour of nature, or should I say of horror locations, this is actually a house that a lot of people refer to as the witch's house, but it's not really a witch's house, although it does look like it would be straight from a Hansel and Gretel story. What is it exactly?
Yes, actually, we to scare children, we say it's the witch's house, but it's only the house of the miller. So it's a very old house. As you can tell, there is nobody there, and it's also in renovation. Yeah. But it's very old. I don't know which age, but very, very old, as you can see.
And of course, when we're saying the house of the miller, it's not the house of the millers. It's the guy that's milling the crops. It makes more sense, right? And there's no witch in there, I
Witch? Mrs. Witch?
Dude, just go. The lake in its current state is the preferred biotope for an immensely rich bird and amphibian population, including a unique flora that has developed over the years on the calcareous subsoil. Trust me, you would not want to get in this water. It's super duper cold. And if I were more courageous, I would do it, but no. Like even watching the little ducks in the water and stuff, I don't envy them. I'm much better here. As you can see from the truck in the park, waffles can actually be found pretty much everywhere in Brussels. And yes, since I live most of the year in America, if I do find a waffle truck, I will not be able to resist and I'll have to buy one. So we've seen the witch's house, we've seen the lake of Halloween, we've seen Resident Evil, and now there's fog behind us. And this kind of snow reminds me of Silent Hill. So once again, I don't know if I feel very comfortable here in this park. What's up with that?
Well, in fact, I know that you are a big fan of movies, so it was a surprise. I prepared everything around to make like this, to make a huge horror atmosphere. And as a magician, I have some tricks to make it like that.
Oh, so it's done through magic. I see that. But can you explain to me, because I'm kind of scared. Where's the exit?
No, there is no exit. It's forever.
What?
We stay here forever. It's done. You see?
What?
See?
How?
No, there is no exit. So I hope you like this.
The Rouge-Cloître Forest is actually part of La Forêt de Soigne, or in English, the Sonian Forest. This forest is a 10,920-acre forest located at the southeast edges of Brussels. The forest is so large that it stretches out over the 3 Belgian regions. I'll be honest, this really feels like I'm in the movie The Revenant, and as you can tell, this tree right here just broke, and it broke the whole place. It's pretty amazing how just one tree can make so much damage, and it's also amazing to be here in nature and knowing that literally I could walk 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and I'm back in the city. But just looking around, it's so cool. Don't you think so?
Yeah, indeed. But it's only the beginning.
It's only the beginning, apparently. Today, the Sonian Forest consists mainly of European beeches and oaks. Several trees are more than 200 years old, dating from the Austrian period. Wow, look at this. Isn't it amazing? You weren't kidding when you were saying that we're going in nature, and I really love how all these trees are so close to each other. It's almost like the movie Mortal Kombat. I know that I always talk about movies and stuff, but it really does resemble the fight scene that they had in the movie Mortal Kombat when they're going through the trees, minus the snow. But at least we have snow, and it does look really, really epic. I love it.
Yeah. It's like you spoke about Mortal Kombat, but it's like a lot of Chinese movies with the bamboos and so on, very, very close from each other. And here we are really in the deep forest, and it's really awesome.
Yeah, it's just beautiful and gorgeous. And as a prime, we did get the snow. I haven't seen snow in such a long time. It's beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Report for the Sonian Forest. Inside the Rouge-Cloître Park, there are many workshops where artists are allowed to work on their craft. So here's another cool little area in the park. And yeah, even though it is forest, there is a little town here, but it doesn't look like an actual town. You're telling me that these are actually workshops?
Yes, indeed. So there you have various workshop there, and there you have the horses boxes.
Okay.
And
the stables, basically.
Yeah,
the
indeed.
horse stables.
And for example, there we are going to see after. Normally you can build your own snowball in glass inside. So you can make it yourself with the help of the owner, and it's amazing.
Temporarily, these workshops are closed to the public, but during normal times, many of the artists open the doors to their workshops every Sunday afternoon. The art that can be seen in this location can range from traditional lace art to paintings to photography, jewelry, and sculptures. Now this is kind of cool. It's something that was used by the farmers, and I guess they would put horses on it, and they would do stuff for the farm on it. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but it is an old style carriage, and I did think that it was nice to highlight, and I hope you guys enjoy watching it. There's an actual boat here. This is kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Are you sure about that? I will say Peter Pan.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because there is the crocodile there.
Oh, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. The Rouge-Cloître Playgrounds is made up of 3 parts, 2 of which have been renovated in recent months. The 2 renovated spaces include a pirate ship for older children, as well as a sandbox with swings, slides, zip line, and climbing structures for younger children. The 3rd part still hasn't been renovated, but it will include a teepee village, a small pond, and a course between the trees. The total budget for this renovation is €1,050,000. Well, okay, that's it. We saw the park, it snowed, it was very beautiful, and I'm really glad that it did, because it just made some more beautiful pictures, and I really want to thank you, Marcus Major, for having shown me this. It was really cool, so please be sure to subscribe.
It's not the end.
No?
No, I have another park to show you. You know, because in the beginning we spoke about contrast between the city and the forest, and I have another secret location that I want to show you. And I think you will be surprised.
Okay, well, I guess don't subscribe yet, or if you want to, you can. And I guess we'll just go to the other place.
But I think they should leave a thumb up right here, right now.
Leave a thumbs up too.
Yeah.
And let's just go.
Okay, fine.
As you can see, this is beautiful, beautiful nature. We can't see any houses, it's just green, pastures, it looks like a farm. And then, boom, we turn around and it's the city. I mean, it's just normal houses. I mean, a typical Belgian neighborhood. And this is one of the crazy, crazy things about Belgium, is that there's the city everywhere, and then all of a sudden, you do a couple meters and boom, you're in nature. That's beautiful to me. Watermael-Boitsfort is a residential suburb of the city of Brussels with a total of 13 square kilometers, or 5 square miles, of which 58% is covered by the Sonian Forest. It is considered one of Brussels' wealthiest municipalities. Wow, Marcus Major, it's kind of crazy. You weren't kidding when you were saying that this is nature, and wow, the trees are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, the trees are so big that it's like a cathedral. And listen.
Quiet. Yeah,
there is nothing to hear. We are really in nature, and the city is about 2 minutes or something.
It is gorgeous. And I must say that the nature here is so different than in America. You can tell that this is a northern country. I mean, obviously this is winter too, so the leaves are falling and stuff, but it is gorgeous, and it's just really nice to be here. This beautiful location is actually called Chemin du Rouge-Gorge and is also part of the Sonian Forest. The main characteristic of this forest is that it is made up of nearly 80% from a species of trees called beeches that is originally from Europe and has grown throughout the forest from plantations or from natural regeneration. One of the main characteristics of beeches is the fact that the trees are massive and tall. Because of this, they are nicknamed the cathedral beech. So that's about it. This was the video. I just wanted to say thank you very much, Marcus Major, for having shown me this place. It is gorgeous. There's no more surprises, right?
No. It was my pleasure in every case. And among all the treasure in this forest, I think the one of the biggest treasure was you here.
Thank you. No, honestly, the biggest treasure was having you.
Oh, thank you.
That's
thank
for
you.
Sure. And on that note, this time, really be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. And if you want to see some other forests, or if you want to do some other videos with Marcus Major and have him in it, I'd be glad to have him. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That I must bow so low. Only a cat of different coat, that's all.